A Toyota RAV4 built in 2009 could accelerate on its own with your foot on the brake. And it wasn't a rumor, it was federal testimony. Some model years of this crossover are genuinely bulletproof. Others have cost owners thousands of dollars in repairs before 100,000 miles. Here are the 7 years to avoid, followed by the 5 years that earned the RAV4 its reputation. Number 7. 2019. This was the first year of the 5th generation redesign, and Toyota rushed it to compete with the new Honda CR-V. Owners reported the transmission hesitating for a full second or two under hard acceleration, which is unsettling when you're merging onto a highway. Consumer Reports gave the 2019 RAV4 one of its lowest reliability scores for the nameplate, and the model racked up over a dozen recalls in its first 2 years on the road, including a fuel pump issue that could cause the engine to stall while driving. A full redesign is usually when a manufacturer works out the kinks in a lab, not on customers. Number 6. 2002. This generation's transmission problems are well documented on Toyota owner forums, with failures reported as early as 80,000 miles. Repairs commonly ran over $2,000, and in some cases the ECU itself was blamed for triggering harsh, damaging shifts rather than the transmission hardware being at fault. It's the kind of failure that looks like a mechanical problem but is actually a computer telling the transmission to do something it shouldn't. Number 5. 2006 through 2008. These RAV4s share an engine with a known oil consumption defect, where the piston rings don't seal properly and let oil burn off during normal driving. Owners have reported needing to add a quart of oil every few hundred miles, and left unchecked, that leads to a full engine rebuild costing several $1,000s. Toyota extended the powertrain warranty on affected models to address the issue, but that extension expired years ago, which means anyone buying one of these years used today is buying the risk along with the car. Number 4. 2013. This year holds one of the higher complaint counts of any RAV4 model, largely centered on a low-speed vibration that owners describe as feeling like a bad wheel bearing, but that several mechanics traced back to a torque converter defect. Some owners spent money on new tires and alignments before finding the real cause. There's also a recurring complaint about the navigation screen becoming nearly unreadable in direct sunlight, a small annoyance that shows up constantly in owner reviews for this specific year. Number 3. 2001 through 2003. The electronic control module in these early RAV4s has a documented failure pattern, and when it goes, the car can hesitate for 2 to 3 seconds before responding to the gas pedal. That's a serious problem in traffic. These years look simple on the surface, no touchscreens, no complicated electronics, but the ECM failures show that even basic-looking cars from this era were dealing with real computer reliability issues. Number 2. 2009 through 2012. These model years fall inside Toyota's unintended acceleration recall, the same issue that led to congressional hearings and roughly $1.2 billion in fines and settlements. The RAV4 wasn't the only Toyota affected, but it was one of the models named in the recall notices tied to floor mats trapping the accelerator pedal and, in some cases, sticky pedal mechanisms. Toyota recalled millions of vehicles across its lineup to address this. If you're shopping one of these years used, confirm the recall work was actually completed, because not every used RAV4 from this window has the paperwork to prove it. Number 1. 2020. Toyota had a full year to fix what went wrong with the 2019 redesign, and largely carried the same problems into 2020 instead. The transmission hesitation complaints continued, and owners reported similar fuel system and electronics issues. A second consecutive rough launch year is worse than the first, because by that point the manufacturer has already had the data showing what was broken. That's the list of years to avoid, and if breaking down where the money actually goes on a used car purchase is useful to you, this channel doesn't run car brand sponsorships, so there's no reason to soften any of it. Subscribing helps more of these get made. Now the years that last, starting at number 5 with 2018. This is the final year of the 4th generation before the troubled redesign, and it carries the most refined version of the 2.5-liter engine, along with Toyota Safety Sense as standard equipment. Complaint counts for 2018 are a fraction of what shows up for 2019, and it's common to find these on forums with well past 150,000 miles and nothing more than routine maintenance behind them. Buyers chasing the newest model year often skip right past 2018, which is exactly why it tends to sell for less than a comparable 2019. Number 4. 2016 and 2017. Toyota had fully sorted out the fourth generation's early issues by this point, and both years post low complaint totals with NHTSA. The 2017 added Toyota Safety Sense as standard across the trim lineup, matching what 2018 offers, and owners consistently report minimal unscheduled repairs through 150,000 miles. These 2 years sit in the gap between the early fourth-generation bugs and the fifth-generation redesign problems, which is why owner communities frequently point to them as the safest used buy in the RAV4 lineup. Number 3. 2010. This is a third-generation RAV4, and it's built around a simpler drivetrain than later hybrid and turbo variants. Reliability ratings for this year are consistently high, and it's not unusual to find 2010 RAV4s for sale with well over 200,000 miles still asking a real price, because buyers know these hold up. Fewer electronic systems generally means fewer things that can fail, and the 2010 is a clean example of that logic playing out over time. Number 2. 2004 and 2005. These came after Toyota addressed the ECM failures from the 2001 through 2003 years, but before the automaker added the more complex electronics found in later generations. Owners report these as straightforward, low-drama vehicles to maintain, with stability control added as an improvement over the earliest models in the generation. A manufacturer's second attempt at a platform is often better than the first, once the early defects have been identified and fixed, and that's the case here. Number 1. 2021 through 2024. Toyota spent a few years quietly fixing what went wrong with the 2019 launch, and it shows in the data. The 2022 model year scored significantly better in independent reliability testing than 2019 or 2020, and Toyota backs the hybrid battery on these RAV4s with a warranty running up to 10 years or 150,000 miles. The transmission hesitation complaints that define 2019 and 2020 largely disappear from owner reports by this point. If you want the newest tech in a RAV4 without inheriting the redesign's launch problems, this is the window where Toyota actually got it right. So that's the full list. Avoid 2019, 2002, 2006 through 2008, 2013, 2001 through 2003, 2009 through 2012, and 2020. Look for 2018, 2016, and 2017, 2010, 2004, and 2005. Or 2021 and newer. If you've owned a RAV4 from any of these years, put the model year and your current mileage in the comments. I want to see how it lines up with what's covered here. And if this helped you avoid the wrong year, subscribe, there's more of these coming.